I guess I'm pushing 10 line.
Mm-hmm. Don't worry, we have a Jedi with us.
Where?
Front of us. The
Oh, the
crossover.
clan, okay.
Yeah.
Do you still have fun in this game?
I do. Under one circumstance, and that's the only circumstance I really don't dislike. If I have a CV in the game, I would love to throw my PC out of the window. If a CV goes for me, I would love to throw out my PC out of my window. That's the only I can endure everything, and I have no problem with like Smolensk spamming me, although it's annoying and it shouldn't be in the game. But the only thing that really I hate in this game is aircraft carriers. I really do, over everything. It's like the single most worst thing I've ever played in an online game. Even if I started, like even if this game was considered to be way better, I hated RTS CVs against me, and I hated the other ones. It's literally the only thing that I will like. They could probably just like I would I would just buy the game, delete them, and say hey, enjoy and goodbye.
Yeah, a lot of people would actually do that. A lot of people would actually do that. Like removing artillery from World of Tanks and removing carriers from World of Warplanes. I mean, World of Warships.
Like, see, for example, I didn't like RT in World of Tanks for the reason.
Yeah, most people didn't.
But at least in one way, he had to have some gut buddy who was spotting for him. You know, like there had to be a guy who's actually spotting the targets for him. Well, this is like an RT that doesn't need a light tank or something.
Yeah, true.
But yeah, I didn't like RT either. That was not the reason I stopped though. I just didn't enjoy the game like in total. It was not like RT was never the point why I would stop World of Tanks.
I love that there's like a lot of people that are gonna be like, oh, if you don't know something, that's why you hate it, because you suck at it. And I'm like, mother trucker, I have like 3, 4, maybe even 5 tier 10 artilleries in World of Tanks. And I have all the carriers in this fucking game. And I know how to play them. I'm unicum with them. And I fucking hate their guts. It's got nothing to do with knowing them. It's the fact that playing against them is such a shit experience.
Exactly.
Yeah,
So,
you just
like,
don't want it.
I often describe it as like you would play a shooter game, and the guy could shoot around the corner. Like, and you can't, you know? Because he's not in danger, but he can harm you. And even if I suck in the CV, like even if I do completely bad and I have like 40k damage or something, my average spotting damage is like 200 something k. That alone is already disgusting enough.
Yeah, I had a game recently I played casually, 250k spotting, 150k of my own.
Oh, and don't let me start. I saw you with Mr. Gibbons the other day for a second, and I like just the fact that you were dead in an FDR and you could still fly for like 4 minutes or something. What was it?
Yeah, 3 minutes plus 1 minute of fighter planes.
That's disgusting enough.
Yeah.
My battle
Bibble!
ship is
Thank you for 3 months in advance. Thank you very much,
anymore.
my dude. Appreciate it.
Why not?
I guess I need to get the fuck out of here. They are the first in action and the last out of action. They're the first ones to do damage and the last ones to do damage. They never expose themselves to danger unless you potato. They get to see everything. They get to choose exactly who they want to attack, when, and how. They're never in danger themselves. They put everyone else in danger. And it doesn't matter how much they risk. It always pays off. And just putting that out there for anyone and asking them, do you think that's a good concept? And not telling them. It doesn't... Like, you don't even need to tell them that it's a game. You don't even need to tell them that it's World of Warships or it's carrier. It's just like, listen to this concept, and then you'd give them the concept, and they would tell you, I mean, that's a perfect concept for like if you want your, I don't know, army, your soldiers have ultimate power, yeah, that's great for you, but that's absolutely horrible for your enemies. Ow. What slapped me? Monty? I already have 111k.
That's good. I have 19. I didn't do too much. I was complaining about CVs now. Don't think you have. Did you see that death block with the FDR nerf? And in the meantime, nobody.
I don't even bother going to dev blogs anymore. Yeah. It's just
like
insane amount of stupidity that I don't want to see.
Everybody's like, yeah, but FDR is getting buffed, and then it says bomb reticle of and Manfred from Richthofen is like adjusted. Now you can hit the bombs better, and I'm like, yeah. That's if that's
wait. They're gonna. It's gonna be easier to hit the bombs.
Like they're gonna put it like the old Manfred from Richthofen or similar. Like 2 bombs go more towards central position. You know, back in the day when you could like Citadel people for like 21k with the Richthofen, with the bombs.
Would have been better off not asking, honestly.
Yeah,
not
exactly.
Hearing that. Re-volleys. That's what it took me to bring that Zao down. 3 or 4, I'm not sure. Yayabe or Jajabe or Jayabe or Yajabe. I don't know. Thank you for 13 months. That much I do know. Very much appreciated.
Oh yeah, and don't get me started on that. Submarines, of course, have quite a bad thing against CVs. Like, yeah, you just get a damage count for a minute and you're safe and everything. Like, the babies need to be safe again. That's like, yeah.
The biggest sold that I experienced in the last week or two, and maybe even more, was a few days ago when when I finally unlocked one of the bundles had submarines, and I was in a tier 8 and I got a tier 8 subs. And I played, what, 2 games as a submarine. That was by far the saltiest experience that I had in weeks. They are so incredibly out of place in this game. Like, they so incredibly do not belong in this game that is, you can't put it in words. You just can't. It'd be nice if I would get some yes, on that one. There we go. That day, I pretty much regretted ever making a decision to play the ships. It was such a bad day. Well, yeah, what can you do? What can you do? Thank you. Wow. She brought me a muffin. She made like 2 plates full of muffins. This is the last one. We have guests. Okay. Mr. Montana. Subs in game are realistic. Subs in the game are. That really tells me how much you know about subs. Just in case. Read the full message. I think he was being sarcastic. I'll take your word for it. I'll take your word for it. Hello, Venezia, do you have eyes? You can't go through me, dude. Jeez. Two kills, 218k damage. Mayama was actually performing decently well.
Nice game, by the way.
Yeah, Mayama was actually performing decently well. Like, you know, shots were actually landing where I was aiming. That's always a pleasant surprise. Unfortunately, it's very sad when you have to say that it's a pleasant surprise when stuff
It is
actually happens the
tryhard
way it
mode.
should. But GG's.